All right, y'all, let's get moving now. We got the June 21st of 1986 episode of NWA WCW Saturday Night on TBS, sponsored by the Wrestling Palace. I want to thank them, as always, for sponsoring the show. Find them on Facebook by searching the Wrestling Palace, and if you're in the DFW area, go to their store in Grand Prairie, Texas at Traders Village. We go to the opening of the show. It's Jim Cornette. He's in the ring. He's yapping with one of the Mulkeys in the ring with Big Bubba. Out of nowhere, though, Baby Doll hits the ring, and we then go to the show opening with Crockett and Shivani. You know how they always do. They want to keep us in suspense for later on in the show, and thank God this one's only 37 minutes this week, so we won't be in suspense for long. Harper, anything from the opening before I go to the first promo?
This must have been the first and last time you saw Cornette without his glasses on.
He couple times. Well, you mean in NWA or just in general?
I mean, period. Because that's the first thing that caught my eye. I was like, he's not wearing glasses.
Is that because he was going to wrestle?
Right.
Well, he's got a few in early Smoky Mountain. I remember a couple where he didn't have them on, like promos. Maybe I'm not remembering it right, but. Yeah, I mean, he's about to wrestle. He thinks he's about to wrestle, and then they cut away. But he definitely usually has them on, Harper. I mean, he's got them old wire frames, dude. Them things that do some damage, man. If you get hit with them things on, I mean, not that plastic ones or lesser frames will, but them big metal frames, Corny still wears to this day, man. Jesus, Doc, anything from the opening?
No, because we're going to get into it in more detail later in the 37 minutes. Hey, is it, okay, so here's the thing. What the hell was this? Because, the editing seemed weird, and I don't know that they've got this in all the right order. I don't remember exactly, but some of the cuts seem weird. 37 minutes is not like Smoky Mountains we do are an hour show, but it's like 49 minutes. 37 minutes doesn't make any bit of sense unless it was a 45-minute block of TV before the game.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I guess it was a 45-minute show.
Man, why bother?
That could have been it. I mean, I don't know. We have to look it up.
I can tell you as a spoiler alert what this does for the show is it puts everybody in matches that are trying to beat Magnum's record is what that does.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. It was a fun 37 minutes for me.
Well, you don't like wrestling. You just like people getting up there and flapping their gums.
I like shit talking. I ain't gonna lie. I like shit talking. I do like shit talking. There was a lot of shit talking on this one, and very, very little on wrestling. But this is just like further proof to me, though, that when you give somebody a 1-hour wrestling program, that's like the way to go because you can jam pack it, and I don't feel exhausted at the end of it. Not that, I mean.
Guess what? I leave wanting more. What a concept.
Yeah, leave wanting more. So, okay, let's go to the first promo then.
We should do that this week. Harper hit the tagline.
Book it, bitch. Yeah. So let's go to the first promo. We got Ivan and Nikita up. And the first part is Nikita. Let's make it through Nikita's and then listen to the master Ivan. Because I don't have the timestamp when Ivan starts talking. But it's good once Ivan chimes in. Here it is.
Let's bring in the Russians, Ivan and Nikita Koloff. It's part of the Great American Bash 86. Best of 7 for the U.S. heavyweight title.
Magathia.
Yeah, and also for the World Six-Man Tag Team title with the
Magathia again come out and attack. He attacked Uncle Ivan with the belt. Show no respect. Oh, Magathia, if no going to take 7 match, you look at Nikita, Adin, Diva, 3, Jetri, and Nikita, USA champion and the Road Warrior. Nikita no can wait, get you in the ring again, Dada.
Yes, Magathia, you're attacking me last week, hitting me over the head. United States heavyweight title only goes to show what we've been saying all along, that you're ill-tempered, uncontrollable maniac. And that you are not the athlete to represent America as United States heavyweight champion. No, nephew Nikita is. And we're glad the NWA has ordered best of the 7 during the Great American Bash to decide who is United States heavyweight champion. Because this way, nephew Nikita can torture you, punish you, and teach you more manners. 4 matches straight, he's going to defeat you, United States heavyweight title. I can see why this Dusty Rhodes and this Magathia, our America's team, They think there's one. As I travel around America, every time I run into this Dusty Rhodes, he's always going out of his way to show he's a patriotic American. Well, you've got something, Dusty Rhodes, that belongs to the Cola family. World Six-Man Tag Team Trophy. And inside the cage, we have devised a plan to assure taking the trophy away from you. And Ric Flair, my nephew Nikita, has more experience now. He's going to take world title away from you. That is the ultimate goal.
The Russians, Ivan and Nikita Koloff, let's go to the ring.
I forgot how fucking Nikita did twice at the beginning. Magathier. Harper popped on that one.
Yeah.
Harper, what'd you have from that promo?
I mean, be honest, I forgot about the 3-man tag title until he just mentioned it. That's something that it seems it's just kind of it's in limbo right now.
Well, Dusty and them. Dusty, yeah. I was never a fan of the 6-man at this point.
Yeah.
But Dusty and them have it right now. Dusty and the Warriors have it right now. But yeah, you're right. To this day, I mean, the first off, the lineage of the 6-man titles. I was talking to Tim Moretti online a few weeks back, and the lineage of the 6-man titles is all messed up. None of it's real accurate. And you're right; it kind of just lingers back there. I still don't remember it lingering around this long as a kid. That's the funny part about it. But evidently it did. So you're right. Anything else, Harper?
No, it's just fucking Nikita. Jesus Christ. The fuck?
We say it every week, too, about him. Every week. But Ivan was good. Doc, what you got?
I really liked in that when Ivan used the term, he's too ill-tempered. He's positioning himself as we are well-tempered. So I thought that was a good word choice to make Magnum seem uneven and crazy and make his point. The other thing I like is that they're teasing something that'll never happen, which is a sweep and a best of 7 in a wrestling series. And then at the end, I just like it when he takes a quick exit off the highway to take a swipe at Flair and say they're still wanting the belt, because that's the ultimate goal, because that's a nice touch too.
Yeah, I agree. I like the to me, the note I had was everything's kind of free flow and it can go in any way at any direction. You're not just kind of like locked into one story.
Well, hey,
it's kind of like a spider
here's
web.
the deal.
Yeah.
When you're a bad man, you'll fight anybody.
Hell yeah. After that promo is Ray Aaron and Mike Somani versus the Rock and Roll Express. And Doc, I don't know if you timed it, but it's less than a minute. The Rock and Roll wins with ease, double drop kick. Any thoughts from it, Doc?
My only question was Ray Aaron. Who dat?
I don't know. Harper, anything from you?
Ricky made that guy eat his ass out. He legit sits on his fucking face. He legit sits on his face like, here, bitch, eat up.
Get all in there. Clean out.
Get all
the
in there,
crack.
boy. Clock
Clean
in,
out the crack.
Laugh it up, son. Okay, yeah. A reoccurring theme.
You won't get that kind of analysis on podcast one fucking shit.
You sure won't. A reoccurring theme here is the quickness of this match. Is definitely the thing. So
lightning paced.
Lightning pace. You got that right.
Everybody's double parked outside.
Right. After that, again, we go to a promo. It's JJ, Arn, Tully, Ole. Rick comes out as well. Here it is. Let's give it a listen.
Ricky Morton, the Rock and Roll Express. Here are 3 of the 4 horsemen. J.J. Dillon, and now here's
Don't get ahead of yourself. What you have here is the 4 horsemen united, live and exciting color, right here on national television. The Rock is back, and the impact was felt all around the wrestling world. And now that the Anderson brothers are back, Flair, the world's heavyweight champion, Tully Blanchard, national heavyweight champion, along with the infamous James J. Dillon, nobody or nothing can stop what's going to happen.
You know, the bash is upon us, and we've got a lot of people that think they're going to do some avenging. We'll get ready. We're ready for the bash. Rhodes, everybody else, I hope you're ready, because we're coming your way.
Tony Schiavone, all I got to say is I told you The Rock was coming back. We base our credibility on one thing. We don't make promises. We don't make threats that we can't make good. The Rock's back. You want to get in bed with the big dogs, you're going to get on the critical list, whoever you are. Tony Schiavone, never let it be said that Ric Flair hasn't stood between a couple of real big men in his life. You know, all I hear about are the Road Warriors and Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA. Well, you guys, wherever you are, and we know for a fact a lot of you are having a hard time finding your way to the television station when you know that the Horsemen are in the same building. As a matter of fact, Dusty Rhodes is sitting in Charlotte or Houston or Dallas, wherever he is, sending in videos. Well, brother, this isn't a video shop. It's a wrestling promotion, and we like to see the guys we don't like firsthand. Now, there's two other guys that have been hard-pressed to find their way here, too. The Road Warriors, you know. We're talking about Animal and Road Warrior Big Bird Hawk. That's right. That's a good one, huh? We're talking about you. That's right, Hawk. When we get done with you, Hawk, we're going to stretch that big neck of yours about a foot longer, and they're going to call you Road Warrior Big Bird Hawk. You know why? Because we say so. We told Dusty Rhodes we was going to break his leg, and we broke his leg. We told Morton and Gibson they were going to get hurt, and they got hurt. In other words, this elite family has got the distinction, of doing what they say they're going to do. So whether you like it or not, learn to love it, because we're going to be here for a long, long time. One more short note. If there's a woman in the world that's between the age of 18 and 28 that's not wearing a training bra, that wants to find out what a real man's all about, then girls, what's causing all this? Yeah! Woo!
The Four Horsemen together, and coming up right after this break, a pre-recorded videotape interview with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
Oh, Doc, go ahead.
Well, that pre-recorded tape from Dusty Rhodes better be pretty damn good, because that shit just laid down the law. Dude, he said this ain't no video shop. He's sending in tapes. He called them all cowards for not showing up for the tapes. He called them the best. He basically called out every female in the world and said, "Come on down and get you a piece."
And the one broad in the front row started tapping her chest. She's like, "I want some of that."
Why not?
Caught that.
He's the champ.
Yeah.
Well, he's the champ. See, that used to mean something.
Yeah.
That used to mean you could bag some broads if you were the champ. Now you're busy playing fucking role-playing games and Instagramming and shit. Back in the day, that shit used to mean you could bag ass and drink all night.
Snort a couple lines, drink,
whatever,
whiskey, coke, do some coke, whatever, whatever, and then bang a bunch
God
of
Almighty, think about this. If Dickie Murdoch would have eaten you alive, imagine what it'd have done to these soft cupcakes today.
Dude,
and I know how soft you are.
Yeah,
would have sued them,
bruh. They go play video games after.
Bunch of fairies.
That's nice.
That's nice. Harper, what'd you have from the promo?
Bruh, I love that word. This isn't no fucking video shop. This is a wrestling promotion.
Yeah.
That shit really caught my fucking ear. And the thing is, like I always say, what are they saying that's not true?
Right.
What are they saying that it's not true? They're not there.
Here's the funny part. So a lot of times I'll watch ahead of like the next week. Sometimes I get 2 weeks ahead. But no. Here's what's funny. Flair sends in a video next week. So, but
fake news. That's fake news.
No, but the point I'm making is Harper's right. Like what he's saying is true, but to make him look like a chicken shit heel, even though he's a tough guy, he does the exact same thing next week that he just called Dusty out on. So it all fits. It works. It all works.
That was last week. Why are you talking about old shit?
Yeah, no, but no, not last week. It's coming up in the next week.
I know. Next week he's gonna say.
Yeah. It's old shit. Yep. Did y'all catch the line where he said this distinct family does what they say they're gonna do? That was the line that got me. And then the other thing, there's a lot of symbolism going on here. Those 4 sons of bitches are standing up there. Only one of them don't have a belt.
Yeah.
They got every major singles title in the Federation right there.
They did everything in that promo, but just whip out their dicks and say, "Come ride on it."
Well, I say yeah, you're right. They don't have the Mid-Atlantic and they don't have the USA, but they got the national.
Those aren't real belts.
And they got the TV. And to me, those were more prestigious at that point than even the US.
I got a quick off-topic question for you guys.
What?
What's the first thought that goes through your mind when you hear your doorbell ring?
Fuck.
It depends on what time it is.
Well, my doorbell just rang, and Mike's thought was the first thing that went through my mind.
You got a gun?
Who the hell? This is America. I got 50 of them.
It's probably some kid. Like, hey, can a little Doc come out to play?
Little Doc. He's got a new nickname. Have we ever said his nickname on the show, Doc?
Yeah.
Have we? Little Latrell?
Yeah.
Okay. For new listeners, Doc's kid's first soccer practice.
He was 3.
Doc's kid walked up to the coach and fucking whacked him. And if you remember, if you're an NBA fan, Latrell Sprewell choked PJ Carlissimo back in his day.
He spanked him on the bottom.
No, he didn't. He tried to choke him. So
right.
we call him Little Latrell. Anyway, okay. Let's keep it moving now. We got Dusty Rhodes. He's gonna respond, I guess, to the Horsemen. Here it is.
It's Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, the Great American Bash, the hottest ticket in town, coming throughout this country. July the 1st in Philly. In Washington, D.C., Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, gets his chance once again at destiny, at what all dreams are made of in this country. Living in the promised land, being the best you can. That's what it's all about. Ending up in Fulton County Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia. A Great American Bash. In this year of 1986, Miss Liberty, living in the promised land, Dusty Rhodes faces his sternest test. Because no matter how much a fever pitch the Great American Dream provides for the people throughout television land, throughout arena land, throughout wrestling land, there is one thing that stands out in the mind of millions of people throughout this country daily. Whether you like wrestling or not does not matter. Ole Anderson and Dusty Rhodes have to somewhere, sometime, someplace in this thing that has for years driven this inside of me to be as bad as I can, to be mean, to be ugly, to be nasty, to get round dirty. And Ole Anderson, you're on your last leg. This might be the swan song, if you will. And like I said before, if it be that way, let it be. Nobody interfere. Me and you, the 4 horsemen, they need to ride on another planet. Because I reserved the stratosphere for me and you. And there ain't nobody else on the stratosphere. On the end of the lightning bolt that crashes through this great, vast atmosphere, Dusty Rhodes lives. I ride on the end. And I got a silver-studded saddle. And I've rode there for 7 years. You got to come up to my place. Ole Anderson and Dusty Rhodes, the Midnight Express, baby doll, everybody. Get it now, the hottest ticket in town, the Great American Bash. Living on the end of a lightning bolt.
Why did we just get like a weather lesson of some sort just now? Anybody?
You didn't like that?
I mean,
bro, I don't know exactly what he just said, but I'm ready to buy a ticket too.
Yeah, it was kind of Ultimate War-ish, but
yes, that's what I mean.
It fucking had me.
This is, I promise, hand on a Bible, on a Quran, on a Jehovah Witness, Latter Day Saint, whatever it is around the world, baby, that you guys all pray to. Hand on it. I promise. This exchange happened in my house this week. My wife came home from work. She was bitching about one of those people at work that's always trying to get her or whatever. And I told her that she needs to tell everybody else to ride on another planet because she reserves the stratosphere for you and me. And she looked at me like I had lost it. She goes, "Is that some of that fucking wrestling shit?" I was like, "Maybe."
Bro, your wife and my wife hate wrestling.
Hate.
They think that shit is so stupid.
Remember the BTT Christmas party when all we did, that we introduced them to each other and then went to the living room and started watching wrestling for the next 3.5 hours.
They
hate.
Pissed off. We were being rude according to them.
Yeah.
All right. So
yeah, I told her to reserve the planet for her and her adversary, and everybody, or the stratosphere, and everybody else got to ride on another planet, baby.
I'm on that lightning bolt, baby.
Hey, here's the thing, man. He's in the promised land. He's doing it all for you.
Yeah, I guess. But no, I was with Harper, man. That was like Ultimate Warrior-esque right there. Not as like amped up as far as like on that Breaking Bad Crystal Meth type Ultimate Warrior amped up, but that was Dusty's version of Warrior talk to me.
His what do you say? His star-studded saddle.
Yeah, he's just like very abstract. Like, okay, all right, Doc. Anything else from you on that one?
No, I'm man. It's like I said. Where's my ticket?
All right, so let's keep it moving. Next match is Boogie, Jimmy Valiant, Boogie Woogie Man, and Manny Fernandez versus Pat Myers and Clement Fields. Another extremely short match. Manny and Boogie obviously win. I'm gonna assume you two have nothing. Harper, anything?
You know what? I'm gonna take fucking piano lessons just so I can learn how to play his fucking entrance music.
You know that's dubbed in music.
That's WWE pot music. He comes out to pot it in. He comes out to Boy from New York City.
Yeah,
for real. Which I can't tell which is worse. This horse shit.
I was about to say. I hear it every week because I watch the worldwide episodes, and it's like, holy shit.
It's lose on that one.
But I'm gonna tell y'all, like I said all the time, the fucking live crowds, they go nuts when his music hits.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts.
Marks are marks. Marks are marks. I told you today about a $1 million angle that would make money in ROH, and you just went, I can't do it because of the people. I'm like, bullshit.
Well, I didn't say it wouldn't work. I just said
don't give it away because we give away too much shit for free on this show.
Well, you ain't lying, and they do that shit in WWE. All right, let's keep moving. So after that match, Valiant and Fernandez win. Cornette comes out, and this is kind of like a 3-parter. So hopefully I've got it sliced and diced up good here. Let's start the first part of it. Here it is.
All right, Jim Cornette and Big Bubba, and what do we got here?
I can't get Baby Doll off my mind. I bought a used car last week. I found Baby Doll's dress in the back seat. Take a look at that. Take that home to your wife, Tony. I got a little piece of videotape I want everybody to see. I'm ecstatic to show this thing. It's the greatest thing ever. Roll the videotape. If anybody's awake, I want to find a monitor. I want to see it. Show it to me right now. Come on.
Okay,
what's the matter with you people?
Let's take a look at that tape.
It's not such a Mickey Mouse operation around here. You can't. Hey, get the camera on me. That's a safe shot every time. Let me tell you something, Baby Doll. I am sick and tired of hearing you run your mouth, hearing you go on about what you're going to do to me, hearing about your friends. Come on, show the tape. I want to see this.
All right,
tape.
let's go to the tape right now that Jim Cornette is talking about.
Thank God that I am physical conditioning personified. We got one more thing. I can hear the question in everybody's mind saying, Cornette, you may be built good, but baby, can you wrestle? Well, let me tell you something. That's why this goof Monkey's standing in the ring right now, Randy Monkey. Hey, I'm going to show all you rednecks my vast wrestling skills. Monkey, take your best hold, baby.
All right. I paused it there. Did y'all have comments? This is right before Baby Doll hits the ring. Did you have anything, Doc?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Corny hits the scene. That is classic, just spewing heel at everything and everyone. Because Baby Doll catches it with the car in the big dress, but then he turns around and calls Tony's wife badass by proxy. I mean, that's just 101, just top shelf awesome.
Yeah.
He's wheeling and dealing. Like if you come near me, you're getting some of this.
Dude, he's about to ramp it up again in a second, but
I know.
It's fucking nuts. Harper, anything from you up until that point?
The crowd is hanging on every word he's fucking saying.
Yeah. They know it's about to go down.
Yeah.
They know it's about to go down.
This is it. We're finally going to see it.
Right. Mm-hmm. So then what happens is Corny, Baby Doll hits the ring and she belly to bellies, I guess, kind of Randy Mulkey.
Mm.
And
why?
Right.
I don't know why, but
now she listens to the show. That was classic Magnum TA style. She learned that from Magnum. She's a Baby Doll. I love you. It's these other two idiots that don't.
That's nice.
No. What I was gonna say was, I don't know if she really had to take him out, but whatever. I mean,
It was the right thing to do for the business. It was what was best for business.
Okay. Well, anyway, so she rolls into the ring, but then she kind of gets thrown down. I guess I can't remember if it was Cornette or both of them, but then freaking Dusty hits the ring with a fucking wooden chair, and he cracks Bubba, and the chair explodes. And then Magnum hits the ring and then Dusty has a shovel, and this is the only thing they can use to chase off Bubba, which I thought was genius because you really show him as like a quote-unquote monster or somebody that's a badass. Man, he took that chair and it exploded. It took 2 shovels for us to get him out of the ring. Now, they never swung him. He just retreated, but I thought that part was good. So, any comments on that, Doc and Harper, before I play the rest of the promo? Doc, you first.
Gimmicked or not, man, I popped when Dusty hit him with that chair and nothing happened. I went, oh, shit, because I don't care. I realize it's a work. So the visual of that chair exploding and him not moving, that was visually awesome.
Yeah,
and then
I
it's
agree.
like, and so then it's like, it's in your mind, like you said, he's positioned as monster heel. If I exploded this chair on his head and it did nothing, how are they going to figure out they're going to figure out to do anything? How are they going to hurt this guy?
Yeah. Harper, what about you?
And it's amazing to think how Ray Traylor has repositioned himself into stardom with just a suit and a hat.
Yeah, no.
You would have, like I said, always say, you would have never known. Harper, what about from you?
This reminded me of Zeus. Remember when they had Zeus? When he was bulletproof?
This was before that, but I know what you mean.
Right.
Yeah.
This is about 2 years, maybe 3 years prior, 4 years.
It was before it, but I know exactly what you mean, man. This is what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Because, and that's the thing, they show like the last scene before they cut back to the studio, Dusty standing there leaning on a shovel with his hand on his head like, God
what
damn,
the hell?
What am I going to do to defeat this monster?
What can I do? First of all, where do they keep shovels in an arena? We'll
it's the South,
We'll
pal.
let that go. Yeah, that's true. We never know when we have to bury the evidence.
Okay. All right, let's play the remainder of, or this is like the second part of it because there's a third part when they come back from commercial. Let's play the second part of it.
Well, that look on the face of the American Dream really says it all.
You've ever seen in your life. America sent its modern-day John Wayne, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, into the ring to take care of Big Bubba. He took his best shot, and he couldn't get it done. He took the saloon chair, but he couldn't run the big man out of town. That's one of your friends, Baby Doll. You talking about all your friends. You got the Rock and Roll Express as your friends. You got America's team. You got the Road Warriors as your friends for the Great American Bashes. But I got Big Bubba. I got the Midnight Express, and you're not gonna make a fool out of me in those bashes, doll. I'm gonna beat your brains out.
Fans, we'll be back right after this timeout.
All right, so like they literally, this was weird because they go to commercial, and they come right back, and it's corny, still talking. So y'all want to hold y'all thoughts and let me play this second? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so let's play that part of it here.
You know, Tony, like I was telling you earlier, Baby Doll had real bad luck last week. Did you know that?
What's that?
A guy broke into Baby Doll's apartment. She yelled, rape! He yelled, no! And Baby Doll, you are ugly. And that's why nobody wants to be around you. But I'm going to introduce to you a couple of guys who everybody wants to be around because they're the best in the world. The World Tag Team Champions.
All right. Hopper, you go first this time. Go for it. Go ahead, Hopper. What you think?
Once again, something you cannot come remotely close to saying now.
No, but if you don't use that in the next 6 weeks in Wildcat, you're missing out.
Jesus Lord. Doc, you? Any thoughts on that?
Well, now we know why heels don't get over, because of all the things you can't do.
Right.
They look at all the things you can do, and it's like, oh,
man.
Super kick party. Yay.
Oh, here you go. Bruh,
That was savage, dude.
A guy broke in and Baby Doll yelled rape, and the guy said, no! Holy moly. All right. That was pretty damn rough. That was rough. Damn, Cornette's just being brutal. Okay. So, any other thoughts, Doc?
No.
Hopper, you?
No.
In the match, we get the Midnight Express versus Sam Houston and Don Cornetto. Another very quick match. Midnight Express, they win. And then they give us a Great American Bash update. And then right after that, Baby Doll and Magnum come out. So let's hear what they have to say.
If he does, everybody's going to have to stand up and say he is the best.
And all over the country, people want to see Baby Doll get her hands on Jim Cornette during the Great American Bash, Baby Doll. I know you're looking forward to that.
Tony, can you believe Cornette coming out with that dress and does that look like anything I have ever worn? I take a little more pride than that. But listen, I have received so many cards and letters across the world, across the United States. It's unbelievable. And they're all saying, Baby Doll, do you really think you can beat a man? And I'll tell you what, Cornette, I'm the one to do it because I don't think a regular woman could get in and beat Cornette, but I'm the one to do it. And Cornette, if you get your Midnight Express in there and think that they're going to block my attempt to get at you, you're dead wrong because number one, I've got Dusty Rhodes and Magnum TA by my side. I've got the Rock and Roll Express, and I've got the Road Warriors. Midnight Express and Jim Cornette, you're taken care of.
And let's bring in Magnum TA. Magnum TA, of course, a best of 7 for that U.S. heavyweight title.
Well, talk about letters coming in by the thousands about the Great American Bash. And not in one of those letters, not one single solitary letter, does anybody support what Bob Geigel, the president of the NWA, did. Well, I'm the man that walked out here, was man enough to hand the title over, even though nobody, and I mean nobody, has ever beaten me for that title. 7 long months, I defended it against all the baddest competition in the world, and you, Nikita Koloff, come over here from Russia, have the audacity to come out here on American television and put down all our athletes. Say you're superior just because you say so. Well, you have never proved anything to me. Not with a chain, not with the help of Uncle Ivan, not with the help of Baron von Raschke. I still stand here, and I'm still fired up. And I'll stay that way until I put you down. They say it's got to go 4 matches. Well, I predict this. I predict after the first one, there won't be enough of you left to continue. You'll have to forfeit all the rest of them to me.
Fans, our Great American Bash update, and we're coming right back.
Magnum's head is still going round for round with a belt sander. Hopper, other than that, what did you think about that?
He has no problem showing emotion, does he?
Magnum's damn good with that.
Yeah, he seems pissed. And to be honest, the promos he's been shooting, there's not much difference in them. But they keep you watching because he shows so much emotion while he's doing it.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's the guy that Tracy Smothers learned from.
What? What are you saying?
It's the same. It's the same thing. Tracy Smothers says the same shit week after week on Smoky Mountain, and we pop every time.
Yeah,
because he fires up. And I mean, again, write the transcript down. What he just said ain't that great.
Right.
But it was awesome because the way he delivered it and the way he fired up.
Oh, yeah.
He's fired up. His head looks like it could start bleeding from being fired up at any moment.
Jesus.
I mean,
fuck, his head. I'm just waiting for it to rip open during a promo. I really am.
I know.
I mean, it looks like it's super glued together right now. I mean, seriously, it looks like Jesus, his head. God. What else, Doc? Anything?
Interesting concept that he kind of positions Bob Geigel as the heel authority figure, but whatever. I'm okay with that.
I don't even know if he did that intentionally, to be honest with you. I just think it kind of came off that way. I don't think that was part of the story he was trying to tell them.
Geigel's a minor prop in all this anyway. It's just to get the 7 matches up and running. So.
Yep. So we go from that promo. Next match is Magnum versus Paul Garner. Doc, how many seconds was this?
Magnum?
Yeah.
It was
15,
20, huh?
15 from lockup.
Okay.
15 seconds. And 3 of that was a fucking pin.
3 of it was a pin. 20% of that was a pin. 20% of the match was from lockup to pin was the pin.
Oh, boy. Okay, so I would assume we have no other thoughts. We go from that. I'm not playing it, but there's a short promo from Wahoo. Man, Doc, it's like you say, Wahoo just doesn't translate for the national TV audience to me.
No.
It's not bad.
And here's the thing. I'm not going to come out here and disparage the guy because I also listen to the guys that we respect that talk about him in reverent terms.
Right.
And look, once the bell rings, I'll go dig his ass up right now. I don't want to take one of those chops. But his style, just like when we saw Harley kind of even a few months back, it just didn't really pop off the screen in 1986 NWA.
Nope, it sure doesn't. I agree. It doesn't. It's
yeah.
Here's the thing. His matches, I kind of like watching them because he chops the fuck out of people, and that's actually entertaining for what it is. It's just the promos don't translate to this era to me on national TV, but that's neither here nor there. Harper, what'd you think about it? Anything? Any other thoughts?
Yeah, it's just he's from a different time.
Yep.
Yeah.
So after Wahoo, you have Ronnie Garvin versus Vernon Deaton. Deaton must have got there and was like, God damn. But Deaton was happy that the Braves were playing this week because it meant he was doing a 40-second...
It's funny that you said that. My exact note was, I feel like the Braves saved Vernon Deaton's ass.
Bruh. It's exactly what I was thinking. The minute I got to this match and I was taking notes, let me read verbatim what I have. Vernon Deaton was happy the Braves were playing this week because it meant he was doing a 40-second job to Garvin and not an 8-minute stretch session.
Right. Yeah.
This is exactly what I had. Harper, did you have anything else?
I have. He didn't kill him this week.
He only had 40 seconds.
Yeah.
He came in, he got all mad, and somebody goes, no, this is the short week with the Braves. And Vernon Deaton was like, thank God.
That dude walked in, saw his name on the board, and then it was like, fuck. And then someone said, oh, no, y'all are going less than a minute because we're preempted this week. The Braves are coming on at 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, so we're only going 1 hour. And Vernon Deaton was like, thank you, Jesus. And that was it. All right, so after that, well, we got to hear from Ric Flair this week. So let's listen to what Ric's got to say on his own.
14 title defenses at the Great American Bash in 30 days, looming for this man, a heavyweight champion of the world, and today on television with his tights in the ring.
You know, about a month ago, I had the privilege of turning on a television show, a Jim Crockett promotion, and a man named Dusty Rhodes walked out in front of you and Mr. Crockett, in front of the whole world, and said that he was the number one sports attraction in the world today, and that he was going to grace your program with his presence. Well, today, Tony Schiavone, the world heavyweight wrestling champion, not the American Dream, not Dusty Rhodes, but the world champion is going to put his tights on. He's not going to charge you $50 ringside. He's not going to charge you. Period. I'm going to get in that ring because there are days in my life when I like everybody firsthand to have the privilege of seeing me on national TV. The world champion, your world champion, and Dusty Rhodes, Ricky Morton, Gibson, Wahoo, Garvin, Magnum TA, everyone you know what I'm talking about. 14 dates, the greatest wrestling extravaganza of all time. 14 of you chasing the world championship. 14 of you wanting to take this home. Well, this lives in my house. And it's going to take a great wrestler and a great man to beat this. All of you are great, but it's going to take a real great man. I'm the first to say that all 14 of you are the best there is. But in reality, all 14 of you are the second best because this right here is the best. One more note. Road Warrior Hawk, I know you're laid up on the beach. Tonight at 6:05 or 5:05, turn on your TV because you haven't got the guts to be out here. If you did, you'd get your face slapped at the hands of the World Heavyweight Champion.
Nature Boy Ric Flair, let's go to the ring.
Doc, you first.
This is a weird one because I think there's a better than zero chance. No one clued in Rick. I mean, Rick doesn't care. I'll see him in the ring. So I think there's a better than zero chance. Rick didn't know it wasn't 14 different guys. You can go get one of your derp guys or patrons or whatever you call them, the guys who can tell you exactly how many people it was. I think it was 4. I think it was Dusty and Morton and Hawk, and I think Animal got a match. But it's just weird because in hindsight, Rick doesn't fight 14 different guys, but that would have been an interesting concept too.
It would have been, but then you'd have to find 14 people that could legitimately give him 14 matches.
That could draw in stadiums.
Yeah,
right.
You're asking for. I mean, you make a real good point. I'm just like I don't know if you could find 14 at that level because you got to remember, probably three of the 14 that you could put in there with him are on his own side with Arn and Ole and Tully. So that kind of and then you got Nikita and Magnum tied up in their own deal. It just would be really hard to do. I mean, not saying that there aren't. The talent's not there. It's just that you got a lot of other stuff going on. So, I mean, I hear you. That makes sense. Harper, what did you have?
I like when it says this lives at my house. Fuck you.
Right. That's basically what he said. Let me tell you what I had because I didn't remember this. So he calls out Hawk at the end of that, and little do we know what's coming, right?
Oh shit.
At the end. So, that was the major thing that I had. It's like he's out there styling and profiling and talking big, and I missed the big nuts, and you go screw yourself. But and Hawk, if you really you need to come your ass down here. But at the end of the day, he doesn't know what's coming at the end of this, which I thought was good. But I mean, they respond to it at the end, and we're gonna get to it in a minute. But I like that part of it. So, Harper, anything else from you?
Nope.
Doc, you?
Mm-mm.
All right, so we go straight from that to a match. It's Arn and Noli versus the Mulkey Brothers. During the match, they mentioned the June 22nd, 1986 TV taping at the studio being canceled. Arn quickly hits a spine buster onto one of the Mulkeys, and then Ole makes the man submit with an arm bar on him. This was the longest match of the episode, actually. So, Doc, did you have anything from it?
Keep dogs shut up.
What?
Wasn't that a dog barking in the background?
There's no dog barking in the background.
Yeah.
Oh. Maybe that was some other podcast.
Okay. I have no clue what you're talking about, but anything from you?
What?
Harper, anything from you on the Andersons versus the Monkeys?
No, it's just I was surprised to see a tap out, but yeah, this was the longest match out of all of them, I think.
Sure was.
Yeah.
After that match is Jimmy Garvin and Mr. Electricity, Steve Regal. I am not playing this. Doc, what were your thoughts from this?
You were telling me this week about how much you appreciate Steven Regal. That's Steven Regal as a wrestler. Why won't you play it?
Do you really want me to play it?
No, but they showed his name, and then like 3 seconds later, they went off screen. They exited. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that all you had from it?
I ain't got nothing. Not a damn thing.
Harper, you?
I told you a long time ago this Jimmy Garvin shit ain't getting over with me.
I'm telling you, I'll keep repeating it. It's because of your memories of him from World Class.
Whatever.
Yeah. It just doesn't.
Hey, while we're here, how's that World Class going these days?
Bruh, so I made an executive decision, and I was like, fuck this early 82 stuff. I'm jumping ahead. And I jumped ahead to when Michael Hayes comes in and the territory is about to get set on fire. And I got to tell you, just that first episode when Hayes comes in, you can feel a difference. Rick's on it. They got I don't know if you remember the storyline in the late 82. They had a bounty. There was a quote-unquote bounty out on Kerry. And Rick is, the angle is Rick may have paid to have this bounty put on Kerry's head, and Kerry was injured. And Rick cuts this like 3.5 minute long promo on the episode, along with Michael Hayes is on the episode. And remember, Hayes comes in. They're baby faces when they come in. And I told you, it's about to be hotter than Six Sons, man. They're getting their feet under him at the end of 82.
That promotion goes a long way in a short time.
It's incredible. No. It's incredible when you watch early 82 versus even just in October of 82 where I fast forwarded to. It's crazy. The difference. You start to see the wheels starting to move, and it's some really good stuff. So I'm in my binge mode on it, man. Like I told you last weekend, but yeah. All right. So after Garvin, did you have anything from Garvin and Mr. Electricity, Harper?
No, nobody. No one has ever had anything about them. But they are former AWA World Heavyweight Champions.
I was going to play the next promo, which is the Paul Jones Army. Doc,
are you?
No?
No.
Okay.
Come on, bro.
Okay, I won't play it then.
You going to be an asshole your whole life?
You're going to be a bald-headed geek your whole life?
All right, so we'll move forward then. The next match is Ric Flair versus Tony Zane. But before the match can get going, the Road Warriors music hits and Hawk hits the ring. And Zane leaves the ring. He gets the hell out of Dodge because he's taking enough ass whoopings from Hawk. He don't want no part of this shit. The chains have come off and he's like, I'm getting out of Dodge. He leaves the ring, and then we see Rick take a beat down from Hawk. You know, Hawk overhead presses Rick to the floor where Arn and Tully catch him. Ole jumps Hawk from behind, though, and then it's all four horsemen on Hawk. An Animal comes out. He gets him some, but then he gets posted and then pile-driven on the floor and knocked out. Ellering comes out, but he gets dealt with. Meanwhile, Hawk is ganged up on by the horsemen with Animal and Ellering knocked out on the floor. This was pretty damn big because you just don't do the Road Warriors like this. I'll throw it at Harper first. Before we go to the promo.
I wasn't expecting this. I was like, oh, here we go, man. They went out with a fucking bang. It would have been nice to see someone show color, but I mean, whatever. I guess they didn't want them to.
No, not on TV.
Yeah.
they were gonna avoid it at all costs, even though they've had some accidental color situations. But yeah, they weren't going to. But this was a surprise. I didn't remember this. This was a surprise, though. Doc, what did you have?
My first instinct was when I saw a Road Warrior hit the ring, I was like, "Run, Rick! Run! 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 Now, run!" Something else you didn't mention, and I can't. I mean, can you imagine a time before 1986 where anyone would have allowed the NWA champion to be hoisted above his head, thrown out of the ring on 3 other guys? I don't care if they got their comeback or whatever. That was a position you did not see an NWA champion put in before that.
Well, you definitely weren't going to toss Harley like that.
And let me say this. Seeing it then, I was like, I don't remember that, and holy shit, they just threw Rick out of the ring.
They tossed him. Well, Hawk tossed him.
There's a difference. There's a difference between getting your ass whooped and selling and getting tossed out of the ring like that. Now, obviously, the Horsemen recover and recoup and do all this. The only thing I thought that would have been, because you can't do blood, right? I get it. You needed that, but you can't. JJ should have thrown a fireball. But
he should have pulled one from his shoe.
I applaud the Road Warriors because I'm pretty sure that's the most selling they've ever had to do in their life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Up until that point.
You're probably
didn't.
correct.
I mean, they laid down for 2 7/8 for Regal and Garvin. Who else
There may have been a house show or two non-televised at some point, where a lot of people didn't see it. And back then, I mean, you didn't have social media, so it didn't get out. But there may have been like a house show or two that no television was at, and they did something similar to this. But you're right. I don't, and somebody's going to text me or somebody's going to message me and say, oh, well, this happened this time, but I don't remember. This was pretty damn rare. And as a follow-up, you're going to see Hawk respond in a second. I'm going to play that. And then next week, Animal and Hawk both respond. And it's pretty telling next week what Animal says. I mean, because he basically says, no one has ever done that to me before. And hell, as kids, when we watched this, we were like, no shit, man. Nobody ever did that. And it really sold it. So I'll tell you what. Let me go to the promo right now from Hawk. Because Hawk responds, and he gets up off the mat, and he's going to cut a promo. Here it is.
Hawk. 4 Horsemen, nothing! What they just proved here, without a doubt, that the people already knew, is that they're punks! Because one of them can't get the job done! Animal and Hawk will take on 2, 3, just tell us! But we can't fight 4! 4 to 1! Give me a break! All my life! In all of Animal's life, we fought and scrapped for everything we had. And nobody has ever slapped me in the face in my life. My mama never slapped me in my face. My dad never slapped me in my face. But Ric Flair, he's gonna slap me in the face when he's got 3 guys holding me. Yeah, then he's gonna slap me in the face. It don't make no difference now, Philadelphia. I don't care about no stinking belts now. I want Ric Flair, and I'm gonna have him in Philadelphia. And it ain't gonna be the 4 Horsemen. It's gonna be you, Flair. It's gonna be me. And for this, you think you did something good for you? And the 4 Horsemen? You think you're a big man now? You did me a favor. You made me see the light. You brought the hate into me that I ain't had in a long time. And now I know how good it feels. And I'm gonna tell you, Flair, the last town you're gonna ever see is Philadelphia, the American Bash. Flair, the end of the championship is the end of the line for you. You can hurt me, but I get back up. I'm gonna hurt you like you ain't never been hurt before. I've heard you talk about you're gonna die with the belt. We'll see you in Philadelphia.
And we'll see you next week on World Championship Wrestling.
Well, Doc, what did you think about that?
Where's Blackhawk been?
Where's what?
Blackhawk.
What are you talking about?
What's his name? That dude that came in about 2 months ago. Where's he been?
Nighthawk.
Nighthawk. There you go.
I remember him.
Yeah, he had a cup of coffee and left. What about him?
I've been missing him. I wonder where he went.
Oh, okay. I asked you about the promo, not what happened to Nighthawk.
You know me. I random thoughts pop in my head. I couldn't remember where he went or where he's been. Dying with the belt. We'll see. That's a great line. The rest of it was just he's mad. Okay, that's fine. Hawk's intense. So again, it's more about the fact that he's intimidating the shit out of everybody within a mile radius than exactly what he says all the time.
Yeah, he's crazy for. Rick was crazy for calling him out, and I think we're going to see that here. But it's my opinion. Harper, anything from you?
He's pissed, and it's personal.
Right. He's damn right.
Fuck that belt. He want the goddamn belt anymore. He just wants to beat the shit out of him.
He just wants to whip some ass. He just wants to whip some ass. All right, so that's actually how they go off air. So I'm gonna shock you all. I'm gonna give my rating, and my rating was heavily influenced by the fact that this was nothing but a shit-talking episode, and it was real short. So it was real easy work for me. So I'm going to give it an A. I'm going to leave it. Yeah, I'm giving it an A. Now, I understand we've seen a lot of episodes that were probably better on the promo end, even wrestling end, but I don't know. I just you had the segment with, Cornette, Bubba getting a chair shattered on him. You had Dusty and his Ultimate Warrior type promo. You had that deal with the Four Horsemen calling each other out. You then had Rick. You had Cornette with this slamming on Baby Doll again. So I gave it an A, and it was short and sweet and to the point. I'm not going to say it ended. Well, I guess it did end kind of hot, but I gave it an A. Doc, what did you give it?
Man, 37 minutes is nice when you got shit to do with your life. And if I just could sit around all day like Harper and watch wrestling all day and Golden Girls, then this thing could go on forever. But when you got responsibilities, 37 minutes is fine. I like it. For many of the same reasons, it pains me to agree with this dickweed, but I'm going to say A-. Ooh, Dirk just hit a 3. Dirk just hit another 3, dude.
Nobody gives a flying fuck about Dirk. Hopper, what did you give it?
Everybody likes Dirk, dude. Everybody, even the brothers like Dirk.
Hopper, what did you give it?
If you hold on, if you were wondering, it's Mavericks opening night in the NBA, so I gotta,
Hey, gotta pick a team because your Cowboys ain't doing nothing this year, right? Hopper, keep it moving. What you got, man? What rating did you give it?
I was just gonna give it a solid B because it was so short.
See, I like the fact that it was short.
Yeah, I mean,
you can tell who's got a wife and kids here, whose time is spoken for in other ways.
That's nice.